My parents are both from Israel. I was born in New York City, and we spent a lot of time sort of in between both places and also around the different coasts in New York. So New York was always the hub, so I consider myself from New York. And ever since I finished college, I basically stayed in New York. My mom is a singer, and she was one of the first major musical theater lead females in the Israeli theater in the 60s.
In Tel Aviv, when Israeli musical comedy star Rivka Raz sang I Could Have Danced All Night, in Hebrew it sounded like this. Rivka?
הלילה טוב לרקוד, הלילה טוב לרקוד.
When I was growing up, you would learn the notes on the page and you would play them exactly as it is. And it wasn't a very creative thing. About 9, I started to do it seriously, and I studied classical piano ever since. When I was in high school, I got introduced to jazz, and that was an absolute revolution for me. When I finally got, exposed to jazz and the improvisational nature of it, I was like, oh, that's me. Let's go. Let's do this. You mean I can make my own notes? I don't have to play their notes. I can make my own notes? Great. So I was sold from then. My passion for teaching music is that performing music and teaching music are different sides of the same coin. There's an element of teaching in performance, and conversely, there's an element of performance in teaching. I'm all about teaching people to make stuff up, to make their own music and to improvise, which is in line with the way they taught music to the greats, to Mozart and Beethoven. They taught to improvise. Try to teach music from a whole language perspective so that instead of just playing rote notes, you can experiment for yourself and start to play musical checkers with notes and take ownership in your own creativity. And I play music. I play specifically jazz music because, again, for the improvisational side of it, to me that is the most engaging, the most challenging, the most sophisticated, and the most really beautiful. There's just so much beauty in jazz music to me. Right now, I provide music lessons in-home or over the internet, on site, wherever you are. And I provide musical services such as concerts, entertainment, and I also provide it for institutions. So my business is called Whole Music. We provide music instruction that's focused on the whole person. So it's not just learning how to do music, but it's learning how music fits into your life in a relevant way and how you can have really good creativity of your own, and no matter at what level. I also believe that music should be taught as a whole language so that if you have an understanding of the mechanics of the musical language, again, you can apply it to every instrument, you could apply it to every style. So it frees you up. Musical practice is essential for the whole person, meaning that it's not an option, it's not a nice to have, it's a need to have. We do music because we're human, and we've always been doing music. It goes to the very heart of what it means to be human.